Hi guys, so we are in the car. We are heading to my parents' place, like I said. It's actually really hot, guys. It's like 21 degrees Celsius, but maybe that's just like inside the car, right? But it is actually the day. It's a beautiful day today. I'm so happy. I actually thought it was going to rain. They did say it was going to rain into Tuesday, but I think we're getting kind of lucky here. So I'm just gonna head to my parents' place. I have to do my class for chemistry 11, 12. It's just a tutoring class. I really do like also like privately tutoring. It's just like a different, I think, like experience as well, and really helps you to like build upon like all the different subjects that you're teaching. So like of course I'm teaching chemistry grade 12 this semester, but sometimes when like you're teaching a specific semester, you're teaching specific courses, right? So maybe I might not be teaching like math or something like that. I know a couple of years ago at Trillium School, I was actually teaching. We didn't have an English teacher. The English teacher had just left and moved to Ottawa, I think to be like to live with like his mom. Like his whole family had moved, and I know his wife was also a teacher at Trillium, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I used to talk to her all the time. So after he left, he was our English teacher, and then we didn't have any other teacher to teach English. So I remember one full year I had to teach English, and we had another like math teacher. He retired or he left. I think he only works like maybe from home online now. Yeah, so I taught English for that whole year, and then I think what happened was um I really, and he taught all, this other teacher taught all the math courses, and I think he also, or upper level math courses, and then he taught, I think he taught like maybe grade 11, 12 physics, something very like very limited courses that he actually taught. And so I wasn't allowed to teach like basically the math courses that year. And I think I got like quite like a little bit, I think fed up, because I really like teaching like math at the same time as science or like a business course. And I think I like to just kind of like mix it up a little bit. And that was, I think, probably I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. Probably 3 years ago, I think in 2022 maybe, is when I started working at Wales College, like summer school. That was actually the reason. But over the summer at Wales College, when I first started teaching, I was actually teaching English again. I think throughout the summer I was teaching English. And then I think in July they had like grade 11 English. And so those students who were taking grade 11 English wanted to take grade 12 English in August. So I was basically teaching all summer long. But like I mentioned, I usually do teach like summer school as well. I mean, I don't think I'd have plans for like a whole summer if I wasn't like working or anything like that anyways. And I don't know if I mentioned, I get quite bored if I don't have anything to do. So it just makes sense for me to be like working like the summers as well. So it's fine. And like I mentioned, it's also like quite laid back. I know last summer, like I think I mentioned what the schedule was. It was like the morning, and then I worked at Excel High, but then it was also like there was a break in the middle of the day, and then the evening was kind of like a night school kind of schedule, right? So I like the way there was a break in the middle of the day for at least a couple of hours, and like it was enough time for me to like kind of like hit the gym, and I think do stuff for like myself, like self-care and stuff. It was really good. It was very laid back. Of course, a lot of marking to do. I'm definitely gonna try and like start doing the marking, more marking, I think, online. Right now I'm still printing out a few of like the unit tests and stuff for Wales College. It's just easier for me to, I think, print it out and then like quickly mark it, because I don't have an iPad. I can do it on my laptop. I'd have to download the PDF version, but I remember I was doing that during COVID, and like it was just taking like so long to mark each student's like test. I felt like I was investing so much time that I wasn't really getting like paid for. And I really didn't want to put in like that much effort into something like that. And during COVID, I had to actually like, you know, buy like a new printer in order to print out their assessments, because I was trying to mark it online, or on my computer, and it was just taking like way too long. So yeah, but I do have to like, you know, upload like their marked documents back online as well. So I think I'm gonna do that probably like tonight and like maybe tomorrow, because that way if they're actually doing that, or like I thought maybe like if they had like an assessment or something to do, we do have quite a few discussion forums to do for Wales College even today and tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna allow them, give them class time to do that, and maybe we'll just like go from there. Yeah, so I think that's the plan right now. So I don't know why there's so much traffic here. I'm like, my parents live only 10 minutes away, but it's taking really long to get there. I really wanted to get like a baseball ticket, but I don't know if I'll have time, I think, to do that. But I'm gonna see. Open the window. It's really hot today. But yeah, that's what the plan is. Like, it's so bright. I can't find my sunglasses. I don't know where they are, because it's very strange in the mornings. It's like it's quite cool, so I usually still grab my jacket, because I notice even if the weather changes a little bit and it's just like a little cold or something, I'll like catch a cold. Like, that's how bad it is. I think this winter was just like so bad. I was sick on and off throughout the winter, I think. I took one sick day. Like, I was coughing and I just couldn't stop coughing. I had like a mild fever, but it was okay. I was okay after one day's rest, which is good. However, you notice like if you take a day off of work and the next day when you go into work, it's like there's all this extra like work to do, which is really funny, because that's what like my husband was saying as well. He's like, when you go back into work, it's like, oh my goodness, there's all this stuff that kind of just like piles up. And also, like, if you let them know, the coordinator know, like, you know, that you're not gonna be here like in the morning, like, you know, they can't get like a supply teacher to come in either. So of course you can send, I send them all the lectures and like, you know, the worksheets and stuff that students should be doing in class, but still, right, sometimes like they have to self-study. I think self-studying is a little bit hard, like I mentioned, especially for math courses, I think. And I think even for physics is just like math. So like it's hard to self-study. You really need someone to actually teach you, like, you know, maybe the formulas, or just go through some examples in class how to do it, and then you'd be able to kind of like, you know, like do the questions, I think, on your own. So I actually have like a really good, I think, attendance record. So like I mentioned, I only took one sick day so far this whole year, basically. And you can see like the school year is already coming to an end. So I think we're good. I think I might, if I do feel, you know, like under the weather, okay, I'm not gonna like stop myself and like, or still go into work. And I know I used to actually do that like a few years ago, or even like when I first started working at Trillium School. I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to take a sick day, but there were times where I was actually like quite sick. So I don't know why I did that. I think, just like I mentioned, I think I didn't want students to fall behind or something like that. But then I think the other teacher was saying that as well. When he gets sick, he is usually down for, I think, like a few days. Yeah, like he took quite a few sick days, I believe. But then he's like, when he came back, it was like he was giving them like work to do, and then the students were like, we already did this or we already did this worksheet or something like that. So he's like, it's really hard, like, you know, he tries not to miss any days either. This was just recently, probably last month or something, when he got sick. He hadn't taken any other sick days, I believe. So yeah. I think the winter just can be like very harsh and very brutal. I think we definitely have to take care of ourselves. I mean, I think I mean, I was wearing my earmuffs and stuff all the time. Maybe because I didn't have like a specific like hat, a winter hat. Like I have several of them, and I know I always like walked out with like, you know, layers of clothes on. And so I kid you not, like I used to wear layers of clothes during the winter. Sometimes my hat, but usually I think I wore my earmuffs because my hat didn't cover my ears completely. And then when the cold air gets through into your body through your ears, you get sick like right away. And I think that's what was happening to me as well. But I was wearing my earmuffs all the time. And I know the other teacher hardly wore anything in the winter, like just like a very skinny like jacket, but it was like didn't seem like a winter jacket. Or he wouldn't wear a hat or anything either. I'm like, how are you not getting sick by like, you know, wearing what you wear? But yeah, so that's basically a recap of like, you know, the winter in Toronto this year. I think because last year we got kind of lucky. It wasn't too bad, right? So of course this winter was supposed to be quite harsh, I think. All right, so I'm just turning onto my parents' street here. It is now 4:51 p.m. Oh, I really did want to get like a ticket. Like I feel like I'd be able to like predict which teams are gonna win today. Today would have been a good day. I should have gone at lunch. I actually went at lunch to like the gas station just to put gas in my car at Esso, and I should have grabbed the ticket at that time. But I noticed nowadays that, you know, the odds just keep on changing. So even if you get your tickets, like if you didn't know, if you get your tickets like early, like maybe in the mornings or something, by the time it's like the late afternoon or the games are about to start, you'll notice that the odds completely change. Sometimes it would be like, you know, you're predicting the over under if the game's going to be under a specific like line that they have, or if it's over. I usually pick the games to be under because I feel like that's kind of like a safe bet. But you notice the odds change and then you're like, oh, what's going on, right? So I think sometimes you never know. But again, I make like a $2 bet. So even if I don't win, it's kind of like I lost $2. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah. All right, so I'm here at my parents' place. So I'm going to take my stuff and again get onto Zoom right away because I think the student will be waiting for me. I actually can't find my chemistry grade 11 textbook. I have the grade 12 one. So I think we'll just do like, you know, some questions from online, like an online worksheet. So I need to like actually send her some extra practice questions as well. All right, so I'm going to do the class. It's only for 1 hour. And after that, we are going to head back home to Ajax. And I have Wales College starting at 7 p.m. All right, so I'll probably catch up with you as I'm heading home. See you.